Hey, welcome in. And I'm too early for my intro, so let's do it anyway, because that's how we do it. We do it off the cuff. Great start.
The game might be over, but we're just getting started. Welcome to the Todd Fox postgame podcast, your go-to spot for real, unfiltered Angels talk, win or lose, on the Halos in the Infield Network. You never know what's going to happen. Walk-offs, meltdowns, heroics, or straight-up typical Angels disasters. We're breaking it all down. Who stepped up and took home the Golden Stamos, the most prestigious award in baseball? And who embarrassed themselves so badly they're stuck with the dreaded Nacho Night award? Drop your comments, call in, and sound off. We're reading them all. So like, share, subscribe, and buckle up, because this show pulls no punches. And yes, Anthony Rendon is still a fragile little bitch. Take it away, Todd.
I'm a fox. My name's Todd.
Hey, welcome in, everybody, to the Halos in the Infield postgame show, live from the Todd Fox studios. Please like and subscribe wherever you may watching or listen or whatever you're doing. I thank you for joining us on this network. It really helps to give us a thumbs up or like and subscribe. Check it out. Send it to your friends. Angels win tonight. We will go through all the awards. We will read all the comments, and we're live for the first time over on TikTok. So there's another thing to be added to our repertoire. But for now, the Angels get it done in an exciting way. Say what you want to say about winning 2 out of 3, doing the Rally Chris special in Chicago, but they got it done, and a win's a win. And then they go to St. Louis, who is currently undefeated at 3-0 against the Twins, sweeping them at home. But again, this isn't the Cardinals of old. But I will say this is a nice win. This is a nice creative win as a team. And I think we're starting to see now, only 4 games into the season, that the pitching as far as the bullpen is not going to be the problem. Now, we'll get into the rocky start, kind of how our boy Anderson got off to, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk about also the other things that took place in this game. We'll break it all down for you, get into your comments and sound bites and whatnot, the awards, like we do if you're new to the show on a nightly basis. So before we get started on anything, we're going to talk about the things that made this game go. And that was 5 runs on 4 hits. And again, we talk about on the first 3 games, the importance about hitting your opponent, the importance about getting walks and moving guys over. There wasn't really the double plays that hurt them in this game as much. There was some bad at bats, like, mostly Newman, except that bunt. But for the most part, the Angels had a real slow start, but they got it going late. And we'll talk about who got them going in a minute here. But we'll talk about the totals first. And the Angels win 5 runs, 4 hits, scoring 2 in the 10th. And you had to listen to Randazzo and Gooby saying, hey, don't worry about that runner at second. It doesn't really matter. It does matter. A 2-run homer could have tied it. There was a base running blunder, and we'll talk about that as well. But let's get into the lineups and what they did. Taylor Ward led off for you tonight. And again, I'm still going to be on the record. I'm still going to put it out there that I don't like him leading off. But he had 2 strikeouts tonight, which is not productive. But he had 2 walks, which is productive. He also had a sacrifice fly, driving in an RBI. So all in all, a good night for him. Shit to me. So that I take it on the chin on that one. Shawnuel, 2 for 5, 2 strikeouts. He got lucky on that ground out because, and we'll talk about that in the 10th inning as well. Trout, if you want to say, okay, he went 0 for 3 and he's 1 for, I guess technically 1 for 14, or no, he's technically 1 for 12. But the fact that he got 2 sacrifice flies and RBIs on him, I'll take that all night. Again, he needs to catch up to that fastball, but 2 RBIs is 2 RBIs. Soler had only 1 strikeout. Soler went 1 for 4. Mancada really was the go to the team, not in a good way. He sucked tonight, had bad at bat after bad at bat. He went 0 for 4 tonight. Logan O'Hoppe didn't help the cause either. He went 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Louis Renifo put together a nice little game. He had 1 walk. He got, I think, on he broke up a double play or something. He got on, and he also was able to score 2 runs. Then you had Kyrie Parrish. I mean, what more can you say about the kid? He had 2 walks tonight, including an RBI triple, which really got the Angels going in this one. It was great to see. And then another shitty performance by Newman, with the exception of that bunt. Now, as far as pitching's concerned for your Angels, here's where it gets good. Here's where you could sit back and say, okay, I like what the Angels are doing pitching-wise at this moment. And at the moment right now, we can't say this is what they're going to be pitching like all season, but we can say that they've made a hella good improvement on what they've been trying to do as a team, and that is have a solid bullpen between an iffy starting rotation. And Tyler Anderson, again, first half, Tyler Anderson last year was an all-star. It looked like he was trying to pitch his way out of Anaheim, and I didn't blame him last year. And in the second half, it seems like after the deadline, he hit a hard bump, and he was not the same. So in this game, he threw 91 total pitches, 61 for strikes. That's about 75% or 60% to 70% balls to strikes to balls ratio. I like that. He did make 2 mistakes, which was 2 home runs. And you know what? After that, not bad. The other run, although all earned, the RBI was not a real hard shot. It was like an excuse me swing that he left a little just out over the plate, and Nolan went with it. Other than that, it's 3 runs on 5 innings. It's not a quality start, but 6 hits allowed, 2 walks only, 4 strikeouts. If Anderson gives you that every time, you should be in good shape. And guess what? He gave the Angels every opportunity to come back in this game. And you know what? Credit to the Angels for the first time in 4 games that they've actually been able to take advantage of that. So Reed Detmers came in an unfamiliar role, and that was to clean up and keep the game close. And he came in there and did what a guy like Suarez would be doing. Think about it, guys and gals. Our boy Suarez, who's not our boy anymore, would have been the guy to fill that role tonight. Man, would that have been a different outcome, right? But Detmers now fills that role. And if he could pitch like this, then maybe, just maybe, these games that got out of hand last year won't get out of hand. And you know what? He kept him in it. He had 3 strikeouts. I did not like the 2 walks he had, but that was over an inning and 2/3, so I'm okay with that. Zephyr John came in there, threw 2 pitches, did a good job. I was really impressed with McDaniels. And you may say, why were you impressed with McDaniels? Well, first off, major league debut, number 1. Number 2, he really did not give up any hard hit balls. I think the hardest hit ball was Moncada at third base, who made that terrific play. That's about the only thing Moncada did good tonight. But that pitch that he threw was down and away. The base, the hitter granted to him hit the ball really hard, but right at Moncada. But all the other ones that were hit off McDaniels did not really have that kind of frozen rope. They weren't hit really hard. I mean, they were hits. I thought he did a heck of a job. I like his repertoire. I'm not going to say he's going to be clean all the time, but at least he threw 15 out of 24 for strikes. I like that. Burt came in and did a really hell of a job. An inning he pitched, gave up a hit, walk and a strikeout, all in only 13 pitches, 9 of which were strikes. Johnson look, here's the thing. And I was about ready to kill the Angels for this. Had they lost this game, which I do think that's going to cost them some games moving forward. Let's just be honest. When they do this thing where they baby the pitchers, Jansen's pitched 3 games, back to back to back, plenty of times with the Dodgers. He did it last year with the Red Sox. You haven't seen that from Joyce. I'll give you that. But this whole notion of, I was really surprised the Angels pitched him back to back yesterday. But I knew they weren't going to go back to back to back. And you heard Wayne and you heard Gooby throughout the day. Well, they have a real tight bullpen today because only certain guys can pitch. That shouldn't be a thing this early in the season. That shouldn't be a thing, but it is a thing for the Angels. They have that in their analytics repertoire, so they weren't available. So you go to the kid that you rushed through the organization, basically, and literally, and you put him in there and he pitched an inning. I thought he was solid. But what you saw tonight through the coaching staff, you saw the coaching staff realize, look, we're going with some really young arms here. And between, the pitching coach and Ron Washington, they came out there, and I thought Ron Washington's pep talk to the pitcher in the 8th inning, McDaniels, I'm sorry, was solid. And I thought that it was great to do in the 9th inning to kind of keep Johnson focused. The only thing I didn't like about his pitches, if I have to nitpick, was he just kept focusing on the outside corner. I don't know if that was an analytics thing and they were telling Ohapi to do that, but I much prefer to him to bust those guys in a little bit more inside, trust your stuff. But, hey, who am I to talk? He got the job done. Look, they threw 190 pitches. They went against the grain. The thing we were preaching the other 3 nights, which was make the other team pitch more pitches, and also don't strike out 10 or more times, and you usually win, right? Well, they went against the grain. That's the usual formula for the Angels to win. Go under 10 strikeouts, make the other team pitch more pitches, and the Angels usually win. They have a really good record. However, they knocked my theory out the window because they struck out 10 times tonight as a team, and they threw 53 more pitches, actually 43 more pitches than the Cardinals, and still won. So hats off to the Angels for breaking the trend. The run scoring tonight, Nutbar homered in the first inning, then Donovan in the second to make it 2-0. Then Ward had a big sacrifice fly, which, again, he wouldn't have did that last year. There's a little bit of change in his swing, and he looks for the better. I crapped on him so much last season. I know it's early. I'd like to see him do this in May and June, but for right now, he's doing things right. Arenado then singled, like we talked about, that excuse me hit, that little bit mistake by Anderson, not getting it too far off the plate, and a good hitter like him capitalized by just putting the barrel on the bat, putting it in play, and the Cardinals were up to 3-1, and you thought, oh man, the Angels are in trouble. But Trout came through with a big fly ball to center field to score the run, Ward to make it 3-2. Then Kyrie Paris came up in the 7th inning with a run with Renifo at first and tripled down the line. Another clutch hit, another good performance by him. Then in the 10th inning, Shonowell came up with the bases loaded. You have your big bat on deck, Trout, and he hits a ground ball. For some reason, the second baseman, Donovan, decided he did not have a play at second. He could have went for the tag and threw to first, or at least try to throw to second to get the force. He comes home. No out is recorded. That was huge because Renifo made it 4-3. Then Trout proceeded to hit a sacrifice to make it 5-3. The problem I had is with Gooby and Randazzo saying, well, that run doesn't really matter in the bottom of the 10th. Yes, it does, because had the Angels got a third run, we don't know if they would have gotten that third run, but you would have had first and third. But Shonowell got greedy, and you never, and I mean never, want to run yourself out of an inning. That is probably the lowest, percentage play that Shonowell, if we're going to play analytics here, should not have went first to second on a fly ball that was shallow to center field. Now, maybe if the ball is deep to left field, maybe if the ball is deep to right field, you test the outfielder's arm, right? Shonowell went balls to the wall and ran it to second and got thrown out. That could have been huge if the Cardinals would have tied it in the bottom of the 10th. You would have been like, well, what a dick and dummy for not making that play. But when it all goes around, the right play was made and the Angels win the game. But Shonowell was really stupid for going to second base. So that I will give a nitpicking complaint to right there. We don't have Stukas tonight, because obviously we're still working on that. We had to retool that one, so that video is coming soon. So we don't have Stukas in the win, so that's kind of it kind of sucks. But I'm trying to think what we could play. You know what? Let's give it some Marsha. No, let's give it some Halo Honks. Even though there wasn't a solo home run, we'll give this as our victory song because we did win tonight. There you go. So we got the victory right there. My camera kind of moved there too. There we go. All right, cool. So with that being said, the Angels win tonight and they get a big victory. We summed it up. The Angels are now 3-1 as they look to go tomorrow against Game 2 against the Cardinals here. We'll get into that later on. We'll talk about that. And we got to get to the star of the game. And, there's plenty of guys to pick on or pick through here for stars of the game. You can go in the bullpen spot. You could take one of those, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to call it the Stamos Award tonight, and the award goes to By the way, if you guys and gals can give me some likes on here, I greatly appreciate it. But for now, this John Stamos Award for Best Player on the Field, I'm going to give it to Kyron Paris for the second night in a row. Now, Kyron Paris did not win the game for the Angels, but think about this, guys and gals. He has not, we have not seen any clutch hitting on this team. I mean, what is clutch when it comes to the Angels? We don't really know what that is because there hasn't been much of that over the last 2 seasons. Now, I'm not crowning this guy. You got to play a little bit more, but from what we've seen in spring training, from what we've seen now 4 games into the season, he is definitely a spark plug. He has definitely got that really, really nice smile that's infectious in the dugout, and the players love him so far. He's a good kid. We got to interview him just a couple of weeks ago. He sat down with us, spent some time. Again, really, really nice guy. Was rooting for him before the season even started to be on the club. The fact he made the club, the fact that he has made an impression on the team in the last 2 games. Again, it's only 4 games in, but you got to love the way that the Angels reacted to him getting that clutch triple, seeing that wonderful smile, and then also the Angels doing what they've not done in recent years. And I know Grillmaster's probably got the stats pulled up somewhere about how bad the Angels are in extra inning games. They look damn good tonight getting those 2 runs, because this is not what we're used to as Angel fans. We're used to complaining about, well, the Angels spoiled it in the top half of the inning and gave the game away in the bottom. Well, not today. So at least for today, and I'm not one of these guys that said, oh, we're 3-1. That means we're going to be 159-3 by the end of the season. No, I am 1 game at a time, people. Each game we watch, I'm not looking ahead. I'm not saying, hey, I may give you the probables, and I may say, hey, we got a tough series in a couple weeks. We got a tough homestand or a road trip. Yes. But I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass and tell you, hey, we're 3-1, first place, baby. Standings don't matter whether we had a Dodgers lineup or not. It does not matter. We won't. To me, I don't start worrying about the standings unless we're falling hopelessly out or it's around the All-Star break and we need to know whether we're buyers or sellers. For right now, I'm cool with just 1 win at a time, 1 game at a time. So just like my favorite coach in the world, Pete Carroll, used to say, let's go 1-0, baby. 1-0 this week, baby. Well, let's go 1-0 today. Let's go 1-0 today and just keep it going. And I like it. I don't care who we got on our roster right now. There's no takebacks. There's no gimmies right now. It is what it is. So let's enjoy it, right? So let's crab about the guys who are not performing, Bancada, and let's glorify the guys who are, like your Taylor Wards who are surprising, like your Shauna Wells who are surprising, and like your Kyron Paris. So again, let's enjoy it. Let's get another W tomorrow. But for tonight, let's also celebrate the Nacho Night Award. And Nacho Night means the worst player on the field or the guy that least contributed.
Nacho Night, oh yeah, Nacho Night. Pile it up, load it high. Extra shame, hold the pride. Grab a fork, take a dive. Dignity's gone, but the cheese survived. Moldy cheese, stale chips, what a sight. All your dreams gone tonight. Had a bad night, lost the fight. No more crunch, just take a bite. It's the Nacho Night Award.
It's the Nacho Night Award, and the Nacho Night, again, we've done it here before, and I know some Angel fans don't like it, but we do give it to our own players at times, even in a win. And I have to say, I'm not liking O'Hoppe to start the year with his 167 average and his 3 strikeouts. He had the hat trick tonight. His swings are, he's got a hole in his bat. Forget the bats that the Yankees are using. Maybe he needs one of those or 2 of those because he's got a definite hole in his swing right now. He's swinging through some fastballs. He's getting tricked on some curveballs and some sliders. He's just not locked in right now, and that's kind of concerning to me. We need him to hit just as much as we need Neto to hit when he comes back. We definitely need some production from O'Hoppe. I think this lineup could be scoring a few more runs if his bat was a little more alive in this first 4 games. But we'll see. Tomorrow's a new day. Let's see what happens with Game 5 moving on. So with that being said, again, I would like for you all to hit that like button, and I would like for you all to chime in on the messages, because what we do here, if you're not live with us on YouTube and you can't see it on X, we have a shit ton of comments. I'm already way behind. I read them all. We get into stuff. We play sound bites. It is what it is. And leading it off is Vetter. He says, we may never lose again. And then Mateo sets it up with a song that, again, if you're new to the show, there's only one thing to do when we win or lose. Thanks to the fearless leader, Artie Moreno, it's Spritz O'Clock.
Spritz o'clock, angels play. Win or lose, we toast today. Sip and cheer, no matter score. Spritz o'clock, let's pour some more. Spritz o'clock, let's pour some more. Spritz o'clock, let's pour some more.
It's Spritz O'Clock, everybody. Enjoy a botanical spritz on us. Vetter says, I'm honking my halos all the way to the home opener. Joshua says, Adele who? Hey, you never know, man. He could be playing himself off the bench, man, if Paris continues to do this. Sapphire says, light that baby up. Let's fucking go. We need to work hard, though, on the hitting big time. Rally Chris says 3 wins in a row, a winning streak. We are so back. Paris Rookie of the Year. Slow your roll. We are just a few games into the season. But see, that's how starving we are of a fan base, that we need these wins, because, damn it, we haven't had anything like this. And again, it is against who it is, but in the most part, enjoy it.
Right, you guys, let's listen up. We won a game yesterday. If we win one today, that's 2 in a row.
2 in a row, baby.
We win one tomorrow, that's called a winning streak.
Sapphire says, big man Johnson, man, you can tell this guy was nervous, but he's hungry. He needs to pitch work, obviously, or work on his pitching, but it's a great dude. Mateo says, we're going streaking. Also, I'm going down to Catella with Roger Lodge to Halo honk on my bike. Catch me riding next to him. Fernando says, Q Lombardi, which is this soundbite.
What the hell's going on out here?
What the hell, indeed. Robert says, can't wait for Neto to come back so we can kick Newman to the curb. Emilio says, Todd, who should we be leading off instead of Taylor Ward? I say Renifo. I really do. I like his contact, and put Paris right behind him at 2, or vice versa. I take that back. I don't want to put too much pressure on the kid, Paris. Leave him where he's at. But I would say Louis Renifo. I would love to see him lead off and then go Shonowell, because he doesn't strike out much. I think he's in the perfect spot. Don't do the Trout thing in second. I don't like that. Grillmaster says, Angels win. No home runs needed here. Exactly. We don't need to pound the ball. Let's get some hits. It was beautiful. Tyler says, holy crap, extra innings win. We're running down the West, fellas. Take it to the bank. Or should I say it like Ron Washington? Man, you can take that to the bank. We're going to run that thing right down to the bank and cash it. Cash that check. Fernando says, Angels are in first. Stop the count. Light that baby up. Stukas. James says Deo. So he wants to hear more of this. Deo! Also, Grillmaster says the Cardinals were unable to read Detmers. Oh, my God. Josh says, a win in extra innings. Holy shit. Saucy says, awesome. Feels like we stole one. The Cardinals put an angeled the Angels. Robert says, scared to see what happens when Adele comes back to either him, Paris, or having to replace Paris might slow down Paris's production. I think right now you can't every game just leave him in there, let him continue to marinate. Also, I predicted the red team will win. Oh, geez, here we go again with the bad jokes. Q, we're winning. We already did the winning streak. Oh, the winning streak one. Yes, we already did that one. Also, we got, let me get back here to the comments. James Malou says, Wash has a lot of balls for sending out Johnson for the save tonight. He sure does. Dylan says, say goodnight to the Redbirds. We still got to win the series. We still got to win the series. Grillmaster says, in quote of my girlfriend, Rendon sucks. LV says, nice win. The season starts tonight. Roger, when does the season start?
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
Thanks. I thought I'd ask. Sapphire says, who gets the nachos today? We already gave that away. Also, we're so back, baby. That's called a winning streak because of my RBI. Trout's taking a little pat on the back. Anaheim Angels are 3-1 so far against St. Louis. James Malou says, balls, and Kyrie Paris does it again.
For you to check out what I want. I want balls and John Stamos.
Kyron Paris. Dylan says Kyron Paris is the GOAT. Mateo says finally small ball works. Also Rye Guy, Paris, and Johnson for the win. James Malou says pitching and defense were on point tonight. Yes, they were. Isn't that fun to watch? Boy, and that is Ron Washington's stamp. If you could say one thing so far between him and Barry Enright and the rest of his staff, they haven't fixed the hitting, but they sure as hell have improved the pitching. And that goes back to last year as well. Nacho Night, Brendan Donovan, that was a terrible idea for him to go home. He was up there. I rooted for him for that. Kyron Paris for MVP, book it. Light that baby up, spritz a clock. Paris, let's go. 3 in a row. Cue Lombardi again.
What the hell's going on out here?
Exactly. I love that soundbite. Luke says we're doing what Seattle did 2 years ago. Can't hit for shit, and the pitching keeps getting in the game. Jesus says, hi, just enough to win, or hit just enough to win. Can only get you so many wins. Yes, at some point, the offense will have to wake up. Also, Yvette, I'm skipping that one. Yvette says, what do you know about small ball magic? Well, it can work. Also, Ward can't field. Let's just be honest. Yeah, I agree, Dylan. He has a noodle arm as well. OC says, let's fucking go. Angels dub on a Monday. It shows that starting pitching and bullpen are building character and getting confidence as the season starts. Paris is that dude. Thoughts on a possible day off for Trout for the one day to clear his mind and have him come off the bench in a pinch hit situation presents itself. I like that move, but I would like it more for the game 3 of this series more than game 2. Jason says, Grill, nobody told us you were Marsha's little Jack Black Nacho Libre. That goes back to last night, people. Rye says, is Perry finally letting Ron actually manage his team? Only time will tell, Rye. I really want to see some more gut moves by Ron Washington. I trust him more than, and no disrespect to nerds out there, I trust him more than any kind of analytics people they have up in the press box. I really want Ron Washington to really put his stamp on this team. We're either going to live by this guy or die by this guy. Luke says, Donovan, play of the game, stupid decision there. Jesus says, can watching the game in frustration lead to heart disease? You're damn right it can. It also can lead to suicide. Just ask FanDuel as they play those suicide commercials year in and year out. Brendan Donovan committed a cardinal sin tonight. There she goes. LV says a winning streak. Also, Mario says, kudos to Trout to let the rookie talk to Erica Weston's eye. He's like, no, you take this one. Matty Matt checks in with Angels are making the playoffs. Book it. What the hell is that? How dare you?
How dare you?
You are honking your honk, mister. I don't like that. It's way too early for that. There's 158 games left to go. Jason says, was it me or is Anderson pitching with a dip? He did have a little bit of dip in there. Mario says, stop it, Matt. Dylan says, we finally won it when the others in the AL West lost. Rye Guy says they need to stop playing those depressing mental health commercials. It's going to jinx the team. Well, they're preparing us for failure, ultimately. Yvette says Trout's timing is off. Hopefully he can find it soon. They need to change the top of the order. Paris is going to get that for the golden dong. Boy, there's a lot of requests for that golden dong to come back. That's for sure. Let's see. Also, on over there on TikTok, Steve Elise checks in with Matt. You are so disrespectful. My Titans lost their winning streak of 8 yesterday. Girl Master says, "Wow, winning." Thanks for that update.
Wow, winning.
Also, you got you got balls, and clutch hits by Paris. Eddie Perez says, "Don't jinx, just watch." Detmers is awesome. Yeah, my girl was magically saying, "Oh, he's got such a great-looking butt." It's like, I am not looking at that, miss. I'm not, and you shouldn't either. But she's like, "But Sandoval's gone, and he took his pants. Apparently, they're just as tight." I'm like, "What is the freaking obsession with women and guys' butts? That's just, I'll never get that. Grillmaster says, thank God we didn't lose. Losing to St. Louis is a cardinal sin. Another play on words, of course. Paris is him right there. Mario also says, I hate to be pessimistic, but it's early, and I remember feeling good before the letdown in the first couple weeks of last season. Well, that's why I say, Mario, one freaking game at a time. Just let's go 1-0 tomorrow. 1-0 tomorrow. That's all that matters. F Analytics, the pitch, let the pitcher pitch it. Also, 3 in a row. Halo Joe likes that. Jason Hess checks in with Angel's going to put Adele on the Amtrak by Honda Center with his bags packed. Rye says, what does Artie have to say about the winning streak? We'll get into that. Marcia has a thing for Adele. Eric Walls, what is going on in the Pacific Northwest? He says, Todd, shout out to him. Sapphire says, Hoppy needs to go to Kyron Paris's and Aaron Judge's batting coach. See, also, and Marcia wants Adele to stick it to him. Rumor has it. Also hitting instructor, Eric also says, when does the season start, Mr. Lodge? Well, let's ask him, shall we? Because we don't know unless we ask, right? And here it is again.
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
Absolutely. Mike Trout checks in with Artie. I need a drink on Thursday. When we land with Pujols. Also, Grill, let's roll the tape. See, MLA says, ay, way, no pinches mama's way. Are we winning in a winning streak? Yes, we are. David says, Todd, what was Shonawell thinking? He ran us out of a bigger inning, and that was a terrible gamble. And that's what I was talking about earlier, David. Had he, you never know if they score those 2 runs with second and third, this game is way, it's more in our hands, and then that runner truly doesn't count at second. So anytime you run yourself out, you got to know the situation. Shallow fly ball to center field, not the best percentage to make it to second base, especially you, Shonawell, are no Ricky Henderson. And you have already a runner at third. The best you can do in my situation, if I'm running, even if I'm Shonawell or less speed, I run halfway and then run back. Force a throw, and that's about it. See, also Jason says, Marcia wants you in a golden dong in some dirty old school oil wrestling with Blue being the ref. Ew. I know it's old school for sure. Ron Washington says, this is my team, baby. Don't count me out. Also, Wash, why couldn't we just throw Jansen or Joyce in the 10th inning? That's because they are doing what the Angels do, and that's bad analytics. Sapphire says, what's up, Ron Washington? You need to hype your players up, man. Rye Guy says, Locked On Angels now have a guy doing live post games. Lame. Nothing beats Todd Fox post games. I appreciate that, Ryan. If I must address that, I will say that UCLA little kid is all fine and dandy. They were all given that platform by Locked On. So, we earn every loyal subscriber like yourselves and loyal followers that we much appreciate. We know a lot of you by name. So, hey, you know what? I'd rather have a tight-knit community than something given to us like that shitty network. And yes, I said Locked On is shitty. Is that me being biased? Is that me being a little bit, not shady, but what's the word? Is that me being a little, petty? Yes. If you don't know me by now, I can be very petty. So yes, fuck those guys. Marty says Trout needs to start stepping it up. He sure does. Fernando says thumbs up on the stream, everybody. Lauren checks in with, I don't think that was what Randazzo meant, but that's what they said. And that's the thing. I wish they were just more like Gooby knows better. Gooby has had managers that would have killed him for that, but it is what it is. Also over there on TikTok, we need a pinch hitter for Newman. D says that. Can you guys agree that the Angels have beaten D and pitching, or have better defensive and pitching? Yes, I do, Sega. Erica is obviously depressed. Her excitement is gone for the season. No talking smack, but I hope she gets better. Halo Joe says victory song should be something like Shauna. No, it should not be from Shauna. No. Bullpen is nails. I do like the bullpen so far, Sega. The bullpen is the doghouse. Any chance Marcia gets a family 4-pack and takes Grildo? There's a very good chance of that. There is a cover of Stuka's, a guy on a guitar. Give it a whirl. We'll look that up for sure, as we do need a Stuka's song to replace the other one, thanks to YouTube copyrights. We suck in extras notoriously, Grillmaster says, but thought we figured it out. But tonight we figured it out. 1-0 in Manfred ball, big in 2025. Sega Boy says, where's my drunken uncle? Does he even know we won tonight? Laugh my ass off. Probably somewhere up on the billboard in Arizona shitface. Well, when we get to that, we usually get to that with, either him or Terry or a few other callers that will come in towards the end of the show. Grillmaster says, what did Papa Fox say about Trout's getting sack flies? Now, my dad, for those that don't know, he kind of talks like this, a little bit of Ronald Reagan. He gets kind of mad and gets like really loud when they do something stupid. So his whole theory from a couple seasons ago was that the fact that he said because Trout was married, and this is how old school my father is, he said that he's having too much sex. And I tried to tell him, hey, when you're married, the sex kind of goes away a little bit. You're not really banging it out. And he made it sound like, well, he's not hitting because he's having too much sex. I'm like, well, if he was a boxer, maybe yes, but he's not. And he's just striking out. He's just behind on those fastballs. So apparently the way he's hitting so far, my dad must think he's banging his brains out, and that's why he can't focus. So, but that's his theory. I don't necessarily agree. Lauren also says, I think they meant it was more as a mentality towards the pitcher on how to approach the inning. Oh, I get you, Lauren. My bad. Chuck also says, McFrinkles, I only watched the first inning on my 15-minute break at work and immediately thought we'd lose. Boy, am I wrong. Then also in Paris we trust, Dan says, Infinite One checking in. Wash is about to write that AL West check so we can take it to the bank and deposit it. That is going to be our stimulus check, Infinite 91. If we take that sucker to the bank, if we win, dude, yeah, we deserve it. Sega says Kyron is clutch. He came straight from his freedom, California, and is cool with judged people, but both Bay kids battled his way here, turned down Cal Berkeley. Oh, okay. Fernando checks in with former UCLA journalist Todd Fox wannabe has 25 likes on the stream. Come on, infielders. Yes, please hit that like button. Big 20 being MIA, and we are 3-1, of course, Demetrio says. Big 20 curse lifted. Lauren says Paris is probably playing second base tomorrow. And that's the other thing I forgot about. Thank you, Sega. I forgot the fact that he's also an infielder. Ben also says, or he checks in when Adele and Neto come back, move Renifo to third and Paris to second. He could fill that role to give some more time. That's for sure. We traded Big 20 for Marcia's torpedo bat. Angel Fandon wants he's requiring this over there because you can't see the comments for some reason from TikTok because I'm streaming on another platform, but he wants this, and this is truly disturbing, but I always like to play it anyway.
There's a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight, which makes me so horny and me love you long time.
Exactly. When you think of Roger, think of him saying, me love you long time, AM 830. Mario says, after Halo Joe revealed the lesbian oyster pearl in a glove, we need a sand in your clit award. Yeah, if you haven't seen that, please look up the Baltimore Orioles minor league team, the Bay Sox. Their logo, their secondary logo is a baseball glove with an oyster in it. And yes, it looks like a vagina. So thank you, Halo Joe, for all making us not see anything else in that logo. All the Halo honks going crazy. Rally Chris says everyone in the AL West minus the Angels going to lose tonight. Astros already down 7-2. Rangers got pounded. Mariners losing, and the A's are losing as well. Also, Rye Guy says when Adele comes back, move Paris to shortstop, move Newman to the bench. Edwin says our pitching is solid. I like it. Also, laugh my ass off, Pearl lesbian glove with a torpedo up. Sapphire says, I think Zach Neto and Kyron Paris will be setting the tone for this team. I feel like, and that's what will get Trout and Soler hopefully going. Anderson will pick it up. Yeah, when Trout, again, Soler's not far off, but I do like Soler's bat in there. And once he gets fired up, once Ohapi gets fired up, once Trout gets fired up, the big H word is the key, and which is we need to keep these boys healthy. They need to stay healthy. They stay healthy, and I'm not predicting the division. I'm just predicting a very nice 500 season, and I'd be happy with that. Wouldn't you? That's, more wins than losses. Technically, we'd be tied with 81 and 81. Prediction that Mariners pitching regress. Yeah, that could happen. That could happen. Adele about to lose his job quick if he doesn't watch out. Houston falling off hard. Carlos says Kyron clutch. He loves it right there. Also, Grillmaster says, I don't have the stats on lifetime extra innings since it originated, but all I can say is we're under 500. I agree. Sega also says the Rangers are about to challenge, but we got them right there. Mateo says, we went 4-8 last year in extra innings. Good pull right there, Mateo. Also, Marty says, we haven't been excited since we heard Drunk Artie's going to sell the team. Also, Trout for Nacho Night tonight. Well, he had the two sacrifice flies, so it's kind of hard to give it to him like that. Chris also says Angels need to have all of their batters work out with the same dude that Kyron worked with. We need to hire that dude for sure. Also, you have we still didn't even look that great. I like the 3-1 start. Let's find a way to sneak those games in when we can. And here's the thing, too. If this team, and think about this, people, if this team scores on a nightly basis 4 or more, and that's hard to do for any major league team. Some teams can swing it, literally. But if the Angels were to do that with the lineup that they've got, they can win a lot more than they lose. The law of averages will be on their side. The bullpen is pitching really good. And again, we saw a little bit of this last year. I like what they're doing as far as being very, very aggressive. Eric Bud checks in over there on TikTok as well. Let's see, traded Big 20 for Marcia's torpedo bat. We saw that one. That's hilarious. Bro, these songs are getting to AI. Yeah, they are. Let's see, also we need torpedo bats. Songs used to be funny, not anymore. Old Nacho songs better. I'll say we have a critic. Also, Halo Joe says, I want a picture of Marcia's, Stacy, and Linda with the trapeze twins. Grill, send me that pic. Jeez, Halo Joe. Mike Trout says, no Edwin, no Nacho Night with me. My late night RBIs, and we don't win the game if we don't get him. Edwin says, pitching is totally carrying us right now. And again, let's just do it again tomorrow. Also, Saucy checks in with maybe Trout has been out too often for too long. Skills getting rusty. Nick checks in with very nice win over there on TikTok. Let's see. Also, Jesus says might as well call it a Rendon night for some batters. Trout, no Hoppy. Marty wants that family 4-pack for Marcia, Grildo, Farkas, and Todd. Thank you, Mateo, for the chiming in with that nice little sticker right there. We appreciate that. The intro is fire. That's off. Hats off to our producer to the stars. Johnny B. Good saying championship. Also, Edwin says Johan Mancada over Rendon any day. That's for sure. Grillmaster also checking in with, Robert Grill, you forgot to put again on the end of your last sentence. Also calling it Paris Rookie of the Year. Oh, jeez. Spritz a clock somewhere, Fernando says. Jesus says, but with a win, it's whiskey tonight. And oh, yeah. Damn, I'm this far behind on the goddamn comments. Paris belongs at second base. I agree with everyone. Slow your roll right there. Johnny checks in with, I still think we need a couple more power hitters. Damn right. We're on a winning streak, and there's no Stukas Q Lombardi. We are working on it, Mario, and hopefully we get it before this team decides to tank it. What the hell's going on out here? Exactly. We need to really fix that. Ben says McDaniels has a lot of potential. I like Detmers in the relief spot, even though he's a douche. I totally agree with that, Ben. Saucy says Paris needs to be in the lineup when Adele comes back. Also, Rally Chris says, I think I'm going to need a custom Paris jersey. It's a little early for that, but I would get you that one. Let's see, who is the 1 through 9 lineup when Neto's included? That's a good question, because then we'll have an overflow of infielders with Makata, Newman. Those guys would have to hit the bench for sure. I think you have to play Renifo. And if you got Paris somewhere either floating in the outfield or at second base, you'd have to do that as well. Let's see. Yvette says time for the Angels to use the Yankees bats in the 2000 edition. Edwin also says love our bullpen, including Detmers. Paris has got a lot of energy. Let's see. We win without pounding the ball, but Marcia wants to get pounded. Eddie says I'm touching my honk. You might want to keep that to yourself, but you can actually hear Eddie. That's the scary thing. The hitting will come around, he also says. Mateo says the check was voided a long time ago. Ocean View says, congratulations, Angels. Sunny days ahead, Rick says. Also, Edwin says, if we can win without hitting, if we can win without hitting, then when we get hitting, We'll be rolling. We'll be solid. A win's a win right there. Also, Ocean View says, Todd, how do you like Washington and his mound visits? I think they're very strategical, and I want to keep seeing them coming. Little Wayne says, with Adele coming back, why don't we try Paris at short? Newman is batting literally 0 for the year, and I really didn't think he was going to get that bunt down either. Big 20 checks in with, we got 2 wins tomorrow. We have a winning streak. Or we got to, it's a win streak either way. We've won 3 in a row. Bruce says, I miss Mickey, but having Paris out there helps ease the pain. Sure does. Let's go Halos. Juan says, I listen to the transmission while I'm working. I love the energy and love the comments. Robot AIDS, that has got to be one of the best YouTube handles out there. Robot AIDS says, World Series bound. Eric Ward says, great win tonight, pitching and defense, old school Angel vibe. But he says, but why didn't Wash bunt the runner over in the top of the 9th? There is always something that we should always criticize. That's the beauty about this network, our people on this network, you, the fans, and the Heady Baseball Network. Also, let's see. Robot Aid says, we're on pace for 121. Slow your roll. First place, he's honking. Robert wants to honk, and he's like... It was a short honk. Also, Demetrio says, trade Trout. Let's get younger. How dare you? Saucy says, I've seen all I need to see. Angels winning the West 16-9 in April. Wow. Detmir's ass. Robot AIDS loves that. He agrees with my girl. Women's obsessions with players' butts is like college obsessions trying to snag some. I don't know about that. Big 20 is here. Fuck, we're going to lose tomorrow. Dylan says, I bet we will get humiliated at the home opener because this team hates its fans. That's a given. That is a given. Light that baby up, Lee says. Mario says, Artie is raising beer prices after the win streak. Eric Walls says, as a guy who has a family in Missouri, all I got to say is, fuck! Also, Brett says, how about them fucking Halo gents? Wow, I love it. Also, Artie is an evil genius. Not. The Locked On Angel guys are so damn goofy. They sure are. They're, my brother's John and my brother's Mike, and we're Mike and John. That's basically their intro. Also, Angels doing Missouri business tonight. Free tickles down on Locked On. Yeah, those guys tickle each other between, they have the separate cameras, but it is well known that they are in the same room, sneaking their hands where you can't see to get some tickling in. Gooby says, hello, Newman. Also, will Papa Fox be at the tailgates? Yes. Where is the A train? Eric Ward wants to know. He should be coming on soon. Dylan says, I think Trout isn't getting enough fun time with his wife. Yeah, not enough sex. That is for sure. Mike Trout says, no, I don't have fun like that anymore. Papa Fox, we love y'all. Yeah, my dad's predicting a lot of sex for you, Mike. He's went on the Underdog app, and he's actually put a bet down on the over for sex. So, and what is the Underdog app?
Hey, Todd, what are you looking at?
I'm looking at the Underdog app sponsored by Halos in the Infield. Actually, you can punch in HITI and get the promo code 20% earnings on your first bet via Underdog, the app. And also, they match 50% up to $1,000 winnings if you place bets. You could put them on players. You could put it on teams. It's a nightly thing. It's so easy to play, but also gamble responsibly. All because of Halos in the Infield and Underdog, the app.
You see how that works? You guys and gals run the show. I don't do it. You guys say something, I play a soundbite. Something that relates to anything, I'll do it. So, yeah, there it is. I'm sort of like Ron Burgundy. If you write it, I'll read it. I shouldn't have said that out loud. Chris says, even during wartime, sex is motivation. Eric Wallace says, 8-3 Tigers right now here in Washington State. That's coming from a Mariners fan. Ben says, Trout's not hitting because he's hitting Marcia. Get her out of the locker room with those size 17s. Booba Bear's mommy sends $19. Thank you so much, girl. You are definitely an MVP. Also, Eric Wallace says, where is that big 20, dude? I need information. It's officially a winning streak, Boo Boo Bear's mommy. Sure is. Dylan also says, can the Angels get a torpedo bat? But even with a torpedo bat, we would still suck. Also, Dan says, when Neto comes back, who's leaving? I don't know at this point. That is a tough question because we need to see more games. in between. Ryan Gosling takes a break from making movies to say, time to rally our monkeys, which means, again, we have another person in the comments saying, you know what? I don't care if it makes you go blind. It's okay to touch your honk every now and then. And there it goes, our boy right there, Ryan Gosling. Hayes says, need a Paris jersey for when I go to Paris. Jeez. Eric Wallace says, Dan is the right fielder. Kidding, fam. Dan Rios says, how about AI duo of Roger and Stamos belting out Stukas with me, love you long time. I'd piss myself. Back to work for Boo Boo. Chubb says, Marsha likes her helmet nachos with some special sour cream. Also, Rally Chris says, I know it's early, but these games from last year were terrible to watch. I'm basically summing it up. We can finally get into the playoffs if we play like this long time. We'll see. Silent E says, I found Halo Joe's Canadian brother on the syrup called Maple Joe. I see what you did there. Woo says, Paris to second base, Adele to center field when he comes back. I do want to give Adele a legitimate shot, and if he could stay healthy, I would love to see what he can do. OC Raider fan says, thoughts on the way Wash has been working the bullpen? I think it's been genius, but again, we're going to need to see this when they do the Texas two-step, when they play Ohio. I want to see what this team can do in pressure situations, but so far, there's no knocking what the coaching staff has done. And again, it's 4 games in. But I do like the fact that they know this team's young. Certain managers will expect too much. Certain managers will act douchey. It seems like from last year when we talked to Ben Joyce says, I love Ron Washington, Barry Enright, and he named 3 or 4 guys that are behind the scenes that work with the pitchers. And they were literally saying, or he was literally telling us, I really like how they treat us. I really like how they make us feel like a family. I really like how they work with us. And you know what? If you don't have, I mean, look, some guys really, really react to getting yelled at. Ron's not that type of dude. And, I think he's more reasoning than anything. So I like what they're doing. Also, boys are playing small ball and no one wants to wear LA fighter helmets for hitting a homer when they are in Orange County. I don't know, man. I mean, that one's kind of weird, but they picked it, so why not respect it? OC says, bro, why the hell are we on FanDuel? Well, because already that's the only contract he could get. Cardinals suck. That's why they left 2012, or I left in 2012. Albert Pujols says, I will choose to be in the Hall of Fame as an Angel. That will be hilarious, but that's no way that's going to happen. Farkas has a better chance of losing his virginity than that. Wow, Farkas in the house. Tony said, let's go. Let's get that trophy, Halos. Ron Washington says, we don't need to bunt with me. They know what they are doing. Okay. Juan says, when does the season start? And, well, you know what? There's only one person to ask again, and we're going to ask him once more because he's the only one that seems to know.
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
And you know what? Roger, he's not a bootlicking houseman.
Call me a bootlicking houseman all you want. I don't give a damn.
Yeah, see, he doesn't give a damn if you call him that. But we need to keep our composure if we're going to keep winning.
Come on, all right, everybody. That's what I'm talking about, guys. We've made a great effort so far. Let's just keep it up.
That's right. We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We've got to keep our composure. We've come too far. There's too much to lose. We've got to just keep our composure.
OC says, what's the home opener record for the Halos? All I know is we've lost 10 out of the last 11. That's not good. Rally Chris says, did you hear Gooby and Wayne talking about the love for Roger Lodge and talking about merch? And that's hilarious because they have never talked about Roger Lodge up until this season. So that is hilarious. He's like, hey, I want to get a text message from Roger Lodge. And then Roger's like, hey, it's me. I'm the best commentator out there. Putting the promo code to get a discount to bed on Mike, getting over under on sex. There you go, Silent E. Speaking of betting, I lost $250 on opening day. Fuck, damn, why'd you bet on the Angels? Also, Eric Ward says, gamble responsibly. Already needs to drink responsibly, or how about run an organization responsibly? By the way, I would like to see our boy get in here. So I'm going to put the bat signal out for when and if he can come on. We'll see if we can get Artie's response to anything that's going on. Also, Ryan Gosling says, I'm supporting the Phalos if supporting the Phalos is gay, I'm the one Squares on the whole jeez. Wowzers. Oh geez, hold on a second. They're trying to kick me off of TikTok. Hold on. It says we have detected inactivity on your live. Complete the verification. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me complete this verification here. Right there. It's telling me to make this picture there. There we go. I don't lose the live over there. It's so weird because I'm like focusing on over here. My bad. Let's see. Vetter also checks in with, oh, Todd, I touched my honk all game, and I'm still honking my honk. And after that win, still not blind. See, he's testing that theory, but you can only do it for so long. That at least that is the what's it called? The urban legend. So that's coming from Vetter's room in Pico Rivera. Chubb says, hopefully, or hoping they have Ohtani money line special. Gotta know what he's betting on these days. Also, Ben says, my newborn sleeps during the Angels games and wakes me up for the Dodgers. Remember in 2002 when we were cool? Exactly. We have lost that loving feeling. Also, we can fight with our pitching. Just wait for our guys to start hitting to last year's level, and we'll be around 500 or maybe a couple games over in next month. I would love that. I would really love that. Jay says, just switch the cast from X to YouTube and put on the alerts and the notifications. Let's fucking go. Thank you, Jay. Thank you. We need more people to leave X, not leave X, but just to join us for the lives. It's much better on YouTube. And if you're doing the same, we want some support over there on TikTok, so we appreciate that too. But if you can come over to YouTube and hit a like, hit the subscribe, hit that bell, you guys are freaking awesome. We love you, and we have a real fun tailgate at Brewheim Brewery, April 19th, upcoming here on a Saturday. We'll have games, we'll have giveaways. It's going to be fun. And your boy Robert from the network said, you know what? We're having our first tailgate at Brewheim. First round is on me. He's paying for $200 goddamn dollars worth of beer for free out of his pocket. It's free for you. So the first few people that come and get beers one at a time, you get a free beer on Rob. Okay, so that's how cool we are over here on Halos in the Infield. It's your boy also says, I don't think they'll go as far as they did or go as far at all this year, but I cherish these wins and just want to see us have some fun with these young boys. I get it, dude. I really do. Todd, my 11-year-old son thinks your nickname of the shit fucks is hilarious. Yes, Eric Ward, we will be saying, and I appreciate that. The Ohio shit fucks will be coming to town to, and why do I call them shit fucks? I don't respect what they did, bending the knee to the woke agenda. And I'm not getting political. I'm not choosing a side, but let's just face it. Look, I can tell you, with all honesty, I'm about 25% or a little lower than 25% Native American. And I have Chumash blood running through my veins. Have I ever been offended by a baseball team? Most of the people that were fighting the stupid Indian name and the other names that they had problems were white. And they were doing it for other reasons. They did not care about the heritage. They did not care about anything. The team Indians came from having the first Native Americans, 3 of them, to play in Major League Baseball before black players. So that's how groundbreaking that was. And yet they shit on that tradition and take the name away. Now, you can say that Chief Wahoo was a little bit racist, maybe with the teeth. Okay, I may bend the knee to that one, right? Although I don't prefer to, but if you want to say the logo may be a little offensive. Okay, the Redskin one was made by a Native American of a proud chief. That one should have stayed. But if you want to get rid of Chief Wahoo, fine. If you want to keep the C and call them Indians, there's nothing wrong with that. No tribe was complaining about it. They got rid of it. So thus, to me and to anyone else who wants to join my cause, I call them until they revert back, if they ever do, the Ohio shitfuck. So when you hear the fact that Cleveland's coming to town, just be aware that when they're playing us at some point on this network, I will refer to them as either Ohio, because I can't even call them Cleveland, and I will call them the shitfucks. I will not use the G word, and I will not reference that logo. So there it is right there. Let's see. Also, we have Trent Rush versus Roger in the honketing. We have a special guest. And this one is actually, we have 2 people on here real quick. But first, let's get it on. Let's It's the one, the only Artie Moreno.
If you want to ride the white horse.
So Artie.
Oh, hello?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Oh, hey, Todd, my boy. How you doing?
Oh, man. You're doing good, man. We won a big game tonight. How are you doing?
Oh, yeah, they won, right?
Yeah, we won.
Woo! World Series bound, Todd. We're gonna do it. I just know it. Hold on a second.
Hey, are you chugging that train? Are you getting ready to go, A-Train? You got
Okay.
that 2000. You got that 2025 liver, Artie. Make it work. Make it work.
I know. But false alarm. If I can only replace my stomach lining.
So, can we ask you a real question here? I mean, with everything going on up north, the Angels look really, they're making us forget about everything in the offseason. Can we be excited about this team?
What? Up north? What is the fact that Alberta wants to be part of the United States have to do with our Angels?
Okay, forget that. That was too hard of a question for you. Silent E says moist.
Moist! 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 If you want a moist the white horse. Hey, am I on a line here saying that when Marcia called yesterday, I got a little turned on?
Oh, you're really off one, dude. I'm telling you. You got to love how this team's playing. I know you're excited about Marcia and a lot of other things, but can the Angels sustain this? Can I ask a serious question? Because you do have Matt Thaiss on here. He wants to come back to the Angels too.
Who?
He was your catcher for a few years.
Matt Weiss?
Thaiss. He was a guy that talked like this. He was always high.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. We'll be able to sustain it. There.
Okay, moving on. Can this team go? Listen, Eric is right here too. You want to say hi to Eric?
Eric!
What's up, Hello?
Eric, how are you?
Good, bub.
Oh, my old drinking buddy.
You don't need to yell at him, by the way. He can hear you.
Eric, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I just want to make sure. You can't tell nowadays with these cellular telephones.
Okay, well, listen, Artie, do you have any actually, I'm getting thrown off. Eric, do you have any questions for Artie?
So, hey, Artie, you gonna double team anytime soon?
What are you talking about, Eric? I'm making tons of money. Why would I do that? Why would I do such a thing? I got a good thing going here. Oh, boy. And when I stop making money, that's when I'll sell. But there's so many idiots, hay-longs out there that want to keep buying tickets and come to the stadium for the experience. Woo! Line my pockets, baby.
By the way, Vetter says hi, by the way. He's looking for you. And Ben says, I heard Ice is looking for Artie.
I keep a low profile with those ice boys. Although I do know a few of them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out in the chat. Been a blast, you guys.
All right, Eric. It's nice to hear from you again, brother.
Like not talking to you too much.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Bye,
Eric! I love you!
Well, you're always rocking out to that, aren't you?
Oh, it's a party over here, Todd. I'm telling you. I got Sapphire with a saddle on her back, and she's serving me drinks on all fours. I got my Angels baseball robe on with nothing under.
You know, you probably would have been turned on had you heard last night's show. Marsha, the great WNBA player, was talking about her beef curtains. So,
I was listening. Todd, I watch your show every day. Even when I'm on, I'm telling you, that Marsha got me a little moist.
Hey, by the
I'm
way,
thinking of hiring her.
Number 6, the GOAT said he's checking in Rendon from his palatial home in Texas. Anthony Rendon says, I love getting paid by you, Artie. Thank you.
Fellatio?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I said the wrong word.
You're getting kinky on me there, Toddy boy.
Okay, speaking of fellatio, let's hear if your young minor leaguer got some big 20s in the house.
Guess who's back? If
the
you
hell
want
is
to have
this?
a good time,
I swear, that's me about 40 years ago.
Okay.
He still sounds like a fucking virgin.
Big 20. That was Randy, by the way. The question that everybody on the chat wants to know, since we're getting into the fun part of the show, did you score? And have you scored?
The answer's no.
Let me tell my story about winter formal night.
No chance.
I'm sure he said something, but go ahead. What do you mean? What happened?
Okay, winter formal. I was at a party and I was super 100 Shirley Temples in. I was so out of it, and the music's playing, and I'm getting groovy with the girls.
Get to the point.
And then I kissed her, and I went to the bedroom, and I got laid. And I lasted like 35 minutes. It was awesome.
Okay, that's lie number 1. I can kind of believe that you got laid, but there's no way you last. More like you look. If you said you lasted 35 seconds, I would not believe you. So you were like done, right?
What?
Artie, you need to wake up, buddy.
No, sorry.
Wake up.
Sorry.
I was just
saying, I don't believe him.
I did. It's winter formal night. It's in the off season, Artie. I got laid this year.
There's no way, pal.
Senior.
There's no way someone's gonna let you stick that little pinky in them.
No, I'm a surfer. What'd you do this off season? I traveled around the world. What'd you do this off season? I went to Australia.
I had sex with 40 strangers. And I was
I had sex with one stranger. So be fat.
Is this his post-puberty voice? Is this your voice?
I'm a senior. Yeah, I'm a senior. I'm graduating.
How in the world did you graduate?
Somebody fuck this. There's no fucking way. I'm calling bullshit. My dick is soft as fuck right now to listen to that bullshit.
No. Winter formal night.
I'm agreeing with Randy.
Winter
I
formal
think
night
Randy's
here, baby.
Dead on it.
No.
Yeah,
no,
that's it. I'm coming back to Heaty for a weekly show calling bullshit on this motherfucker.
No, winter form when I off season, it was awesome.
What was his name?
It was her name. Her name was Kendall. She's in my grade. Kendall.
Okay, as long as it was legal and consensual. Okay,
yeah,
that's all
it was. Yes, it was.
So it was like this. It was like clap, clap, done, right?
Yes, it felt so good.
That's what I thought.
Yes.
So you're a man now. Have you told anybody else?
Oh yeah, I've told people.
Oh, I bet you have.
My boys. Yep. My surfer friends. Yep.
I bet you that girl feels like a Hall of Famer right now.
Oh yeah, she does.
I think that girl feels stupid as fuck.
Nah. Dude, nah. Trust me, prom night, it might happen again where I'm hammered and having a good time, and I get another one. Because prom is May 10th for senior year. So,
Listen, even Grill Master's calling bullshit. But silently,
it's not bullshit. I knew this would happen when I told you guys I would get laid. Because I got laid and now no one believes me. So,
well, did you take your retainer out first?
I believe Grill Master was in a foursome before I believe this kid got laid.
Whoa, that's crazy. Grill hasn't done shit.
Wait, hold on. We got some more people inviting in here. Might as well add it.
Who's this?
I have no idea.
Hey Todd, it's me, Big 20.
Hey, Vetter.
Dead snoring again.
Artie, wake up.
Oh.
We're going to play out because Big 20.
If you want to ride.
Is that Rally Chris?
Rally Chris jumped in.
Oh God.
I'm almost certain Dan Rios is like 100% facts right now. It was
no, Randy, it wasn't a tranny.
You got butt fucked.
I go to my school. I know the chick.
You got Anaheim Angel, motherfucker.
No, I know the chick.
Can you bring her on the live or what?
No, she doesn't fucking do this shit. She doesn't watch baseball.
Yeah, she don't do nothing.
Hammer.
What?
Bring her to the home opener.
Opening day.
Oh, maybe. That could be down.
Okay. Well, let's get back to. I think we need to reunite Artie with his son. But I thank you for the update, Big 20. We'll hear more from you. I'm sure we will.
Oh yeah, after prom and maybe this Friday because I'm going to the home opener this Friday, so I'll be there.
Sounds good. Hey, well, meet up with me, man. I'll be there.
I will. I'm 18, so my parents are letting me go by myself.
All right, sounds good.
Yep.
All right, bro. We'll see you later.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Later.
Oh God.
Dan says, "How big was her penis, Big 20?"
Oh my God.
Yeah, he definitely got marked.
I think Seabass got him. I think that's exactly what happened.
Wow, Artie.
I'm telling you. Oh,
this segment's still more straighter than anything freaking Big 20 brought.
That's true. And Artie's just been doing nothing, and that's more entertaining than what he did. Like there's
Artie
nothing.
Was
He brought nothing to the table.
Oh.
By the way, Artie, your son's on here.
Son.
Art, thank you for letting me out before opening day. Usually don't do that.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear from you, my boy.
You usually drag me out for the home opener on the red carpet.
Well, I'm gonna need you
out early.
I'm gonna need you to vacuum the red carpet because I had to let some people go.
Hey, come on, dude! Don't treat your son like that. He's more than just help.
Oh, hey, he's got a way with a dirt devil. Let me tell you.
Do they even make those anymore?
Oh! Now I'm old. Here we go with the teen angst complaining from my son. What do you want to know? More money?
Okay.
Yes, Artie, please. I won my arbitration case. You got to give me more money.
Oh, here we go.
See, better. This is the only way you can get close to your father. You have to keep rooting for the Angels, and hopefully they can keep winning. Because Artie's happier when they win. Can't you feel the love he's giving it back to you right now?
Yes, there's 3 less bourbons in his body. I can tell.
Man, if that was my choice, I'd say fuck the Angel.
Artie, I have a question. Wake up,
Artie,
A-Train.
Oh,
Are you gonna make an appearance? Appearance at the home opener?
what the hell?
Drunk
Yeah,
with the-
I should be there. I think I'll be there at Bruheim.
It's just like the fucking movie. You guys will be a family when we win the pennant. Psych.
There you go.
We will. It's like the movie.
Maybe we'll release some pictures and video of Big 20 getting it on with himself in the shadows of a
No,
bathroom
we don't want to see that. We don't want to see that. Please, no, A-Train. Please, no.
got
at
that
some
already?
school dance.
You got hold of that shit?
He's got it somehow.
I know some people.
I think you are the people, brother.
Oh man.
All right, guilty as charged.
Well, except in court, you seem to get off all the time.
All right, guys, I gotta go. Marsha's calling me.
Oh,
All right,
hey, tell her I said what's up.
Will do, A-Train. See you Friday.
Whoa.
I'll see you there, Dad.
Whoa.
Oh, is it me or does my son sound a little fruity? He got Big 20 salivating all over himself through his retainer. And I got my son Vetter coming on to me like some stranger from Chico's.
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna get close to wrapping it up right now. We'll talk some baseball actually before we get out of here.
Hey, did you know Rally Chris got a theme song?
Do you want to play it?
Do we have it?
No.
I guess we're not.
We have to upload it. We didn't even play Stukas tonight, so.
Did we win?
Yeah, we did.
We won.
I know you fucking lying.
No, we won. We're 3-1.
That won't last long. Give it a day. Off day. All we need is an off day, baby.
We won?
All right, guys. I will talk to you guys manana.
All right, you have a good one.
All right, A-Train. We love you.
A-Train to the his house out or whatever those kids say nowadays.
Yeah, exactly. And producer to the stars, Randy, thank you for joining us as well.
Peace.
All right, there we go right there. It's back in to the show here as we get as we get on the end of this Angels win tonight. That's just a little bit of comedy coming through because the Angels play to win the game.
Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it.
And that's the mentality they took into extra innings as they won tonight. And you know what? They got their shit together.
Well, then get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit. So it's together. And if you got to take it somewhere, you know? Take it to the shit store and sell it. Or put it in a shit museum. I don't care what you do. You just got to get it together. Get your shit together.
And by the way, knowing is knowledge and power. Or wait, how does that go? When you know, or knowledge is power, something like that. But G.I. Joe.
Smart thinking.
Now I know.
And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe.
There you go. So the Angels win. They're going for 4 in a row tomorrow, which would be nice. So with that being said, I love the fact that everyone stayed on, still is on. We have a lot of people on YouTube right now. If you want to get on, if you see that StreamYard next time, that little icon until we get the phones up and running, that's going to be something I might have to get to on my off date. It's just been hard with work and everything else. But I'll get to it, and we'll have phones at some point. But if you guys like the StreamYard, it's better. It's probably easier that we do that link if you want to get in. And usually we have people on like Artie and Terry Smith and a whole Marcia and a whole other bunch of people. But If you want to get in and to actually talk baseball, you can do that as well. You could jump in and just give it, we'll give you a couple minutes and just tell us what you think about the win, because that's how we do it here. We're very interactive on the post-game show and also with our lives and also when we do our podcast. So Halo Joe put one out. I think Dominic does one on the minor leagues coming out tomorrow, or we're going to have another one with me and Fernando. Be sure to hit the comments and the likes on that as well. Again, it helps us all out here on the page. Gives us more time, more things to do as far as things outside of the network, which is those tailgates, which we have already 3 planned. The first one is going to be on April 19th, and it's going to be that Star Wars night. Prior to the game, come hang out with us from 2 to 5:30, and then we're going to walk our way to the game. Again, first $200 of beer is on the house, thanks to Rob. We're also going to have food there and all kinds of other stuff, more things, and a shirt. A nice shirt. If you guys want to order one, that would be hella great. It's on our YouTube page under Shopify. It's one of these Halos of the Infield shirts. Really, really nice. And it's got the little logo on the front, nice logo on the back. It's really nice as far as quality too. You can get a couple of those. We're going to do about 25 of those to get them out the door first. So the first 25 might take you a minute, but once we get those 25 orders in, those will be available to you right away, either at the tailgate or we will mail those out to you. And again, use those discounts real quick. I'm going to play the commercials and then we'll bust on out of here. Thank you again for joining us for the Angels win. It's always fun when the Angels win. Hopefully we can keep this going. We already saw the ad. We're going to do one more round of ads real quick and we'll be out of here.
Brought to you by 714 Tickets in Anaheim, your trusted source for Angels tickets at unbeatable prices with no hidden fees. Whether it's home or away, they've got your seat covered. Visit them at 2424 East Catella Avenue, Anaheim, or online at 714tickets.com. Mention HITI and get 10% off your purchase. And Brewheim, Anaheim's premier craft brewery, pouring fresh, locally brewed beers in a welcoming atmosphere for Angels fans and beer lovers alike. Stop by their tap room at 1931 East Wright Circle, Anaheim, or check them out at brewheim.com. Mention HITI and get 10% off your tab. The OC Dugout, your one-stop shop for officially licensed Angels memorabilia, custom jersey framing, and exclusive autograph signings with your favorite players. Visit them at 1928 East Center Street, Anaheim, or online at theocdugout.com. Support the businesses that support Halos in the infield.
So with that being said, if you guys want to support the show, number 6 says he's a little low on Moolah, even though he got that big contract. Dude, just like I said before, hit the notification bell, hit the like, hit the thumbs up, share it, dude. Share it. Send it to Angel fans that don't know about us, because there is a lot of really, really good personalities on our network. There's a lot of freaking good takes, and we're really a family first type network where we like reaching out to the fans. We like interacting, and we also just put out good content. And if you guys have ideas, you have questions, we answer them. It's whether you get a hold of us on Halos in the Infield podcast at yahoo.com, or you hit us up at the social medias. We will respond to you in messages via me, Fernando, all the guys, Dominic, everyone responds. James has a great show as well. Robert's behind the scenes. He comes on. So we have a nice crew. Randy behind the scenes as well. So we get a lot done. Vince is on there. So again, we do a lot on this network, and we really appreciate everybody that has contributed and everybody that comes on the show and supports us. And again, it's fun. And as far as a meet and greet with everybody, again, I got season tickets. So you'll see me at some point, either as myself or the clown Halo Honk, walking around with a rainbow hair in the stadium. And then also, again, I'll be in 260 if you want to see me right behind the goddamn, what do you call it? The what do you call it? Why am I blanking on the beer, dude? Modelo. I'm behind the Modelo sign, or in front of it. So again, we'll be there all year. But if you want to meet up at Brewheim, again, we have our tailgates there, but we'll be at the games. Sega Boy says FanDuel. Big 20 says he's coming by this Friday. Hey, Vetter, how dare you? How dare you? Let's see. let's also appreciate that. Randy's setting up the outro and everything, so I appreciate that. A few more comments right now. The Munchie Mill right there. He wants that one. Good show. Thank you, Jay, for coming on here. And see you, faithful. Faithful. I was saying Halo and faithful at the same time. So we will see all of you guys tomorrow, hopefully after another Angels win. One more thing about Wednesday's game. Wednesday's an early game, and a lot of us work. A lot of us go to school. So, again, I will not be like UCLA boy, and I won't be on right after because, I don't live in my mom's basement. So I will have to come on after work. So if you can bear with me, win or lose, I will come on like around 4 or 5, likely around 5 on Wednesday to cover this game, the finale. So it'll be a couple hours later, but I know the Angels Familia is pretty good, so I appreciate that. And we'll see you guys on Wednesday for that. But tomorrow I should be on right after the Angels hopefully get that 4th win in a row. But it was fun tonight. Fun for everybody tonight. And again, take it one game at a time. Like, again, Pete Carroll said, take one game at a time. Let's go 1-0. 1-0 tomorrow, and we'll go from there. So, again, great show, everybody, and we'll get them tomorrow, hopefully. And, again, look out for updates for the more updates coming on the April 19th tailgate. Go Angels, baby.